The Legend of Acrius is the raid exotic for the Leviathan Raid. So how do you get it? Let's start from the top. This video will contain some element of raid spoilers, be warned. In order to start the quest chain, and I'm willing to bet most of you have this already, you need to get an item from a random Cabal enemy, which will start the On the Comms quest chain in your power weapon slot. The first part will require you to kill Cabal on Nessus, and you will get the drops randomly over time. You need 5 of these drops. The easiest way to find Cabal is to do the Cabal Nessus public events. There's a couple of them, and Nessus typically has high public event activity. When you complete this step, the next thing you need to do is go do the Leviathan Raid. Feel free to check out the guides that I have done on all of the raid encounters to figure out how to do the raid. After the raid step, you'll meet with the Emperor's representative in the tower, who will send you on the next part of the quest, which is to complete a special version of the Arms Dealer Strike. The modifiers here are Prism, where the strongest element rotates every so often and other elements are much weaker, and Time Warp, but where you need to kill floating cubes in the play area. To you Destiny 1 players, these cubes look exactly like the oracles from the Vault of Glass. However, these oracles tend to be a little bit hidden. They aren't just out in plain sight, so you do need to look around a little bit. Your character will be buffed while there is still one in the area, so when none are left, the buff will be removed. Killing one of these will get you 30 seconds back on your timer. This is a 300 level strike, so bring your best stuff. After completing the Arms Dealer, you will be granted the Legend of Acrius shotgun, but we now know that this is the unupgraded version. This thing gets better, at least one upgrade better. In its unupgraded form, it has one shot in the magazine, which hits insanely hard and overpenetrates targets. The gun handles really slowly though. After completing this part, you just need to go kill things with the shotgun itself after speaking with the Emperor's representative, but the most difficult thing is probably going to be the multi-kills on Cabal with one shot. I believe this step can be completed in the raid itself, and if it can, the best place to do it is in the raid during the door opening encounters. There are tons and tons of Cabal spawning during this time, which makes it really easy, and you can do this part by yourself as well. If you don't feel like hitting up the raid though, the EDZ in Trostlin is where I farmed my kills. There is occasionally an enemies move against each other event where the Cabal and Fallen are fighting each other, and Cabal usually stack up pretty easily here. The next step is where I imagine most people are when this video was made. Get 100 Emperor Seals in the raid. As of this video, this part is bugged. Normally, you are supposed to get 5 seals for opening a door, 13 seals for completing an encounter, and 15 seals for killing the final boss, which means you only need to do 2 runs of the raid to get this part of the quest done, not even 2 full runs. However, the bug with the quest right now, and this won't be relevant when it's fixed, is that you only get 1 token per encounter. Only 1. It'll say you got 5, or 13, or 15, but in reality, you get 1. This means you need to do 13.5 raid runs in order to get this next part completed while it is bugged. If it is not bugged, then you should only need 2. So, as any insane person might do, myself and my clan did 13.5 runs of Leviathan and got what we believe to be the world first upgraded Legend of Acrius. And what do we get from upgrading it? Well, you do get a second shot in the magazine, which I think is a pretty big deal, and you get wider radar detection, which is also not too bad, both of them being very nice PvP-related upgrades. The extra shot in the magazine is also very nice for PvE. As you might have guessed, the next step is to complete the prestige mode of the raid. The fun factor of this gun is really high. It is just a super heavy shotgun, really high burst damage onto a target. In terms of practicality, I'm not sure just yet how good it is. In the raid, it wasn't really one-shotting majors, and I was hoping it would bring them really low, maybe low enough to finish off with a melee attack, but that wasn't the case. Most of the time it was a 2-shot. Not only that, but its maximum capacity is still only 7 shots after the first upgrade, assuming that there are more upgrades. Kind of hoping that increases up to maybe 10 if there's another upgrade step, and if there's not, I hope there's a buff to it, because only having 7 shots is not very much when you can hold 2 in the chamber, and because you only get 1 shotgun shot per power ammo brick. You can kill a lot of normal enemies with it in 1 shot, but that requires some patience with lining up shots for maybe not the biggest reward. We'll do some damage tests with the weapon eventually to see where it places, but for now, this is more of a fun factor gun, although I really can't wait to see this thing fully upgraded with a full Nightfall team on an Arcburn Nightfall strike, because I assume a boss will just instantly evaporate. For PvP, it functions like any other shotgun, but it has a couple of extra benefits. One of them is that sometimes it didn't feel like I needed to be 100% accurate with the weapon to kill someone. Sometimes it felt like I only hit their arm or their leg, or I sort of missed, and they would still get vaporized anyway. Next, the overpenetration on the weapon is a very compelling thing on certain maps like Vostok and Endless Vale, where there are a lot of close quarters situations and shotguns are very good. When people stack up, they will get annihilated by 1 shot. Finally, due to its insanely high damage, fighting off supers is really easy. It's still possible to kill people in supers with other shotguns, but with the Legend of Acrius, it makes it almost too easy, provided they're within your shotgun's range. Anyway, that's what I have for you guys on Legend of Acrius for now. I'll probably end up doing something more extensive when we get the fully upgraded version available, assuming that there is a more upgraded version than this one. But until then, have fun with the raid. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you next time.